This is lesson 2-8, changing units of measure. Here are some conversions that you're going to need to memorize because they will not be on a formula sheet for the New York State regions. Pause the video at this point to write down any of these conversions that you don't know. So the essential question for this particular slide is what happens when I have these three questions? For the top one, 3 times 1, as we know from the identity property of multiplication, is equal to 3. 3 times 4 over 4, we know that 4 over 4 can become 1, so that's also equal to 3. And 5 plus 2 is 7, 4 plus 3 is 7. So we have 7 over 7, which is also equal to 1, so 3 times 1 is equal to 3. The point behind this is that we made 1 look 3 different ways. And that is essentially what we are going to be doing in this lesson, is that we are going to make the number 1 look several different ways. When you're converting units, you have to make what's called conversion factors. Conversion factors are any fractions that are made that are equivalent to 1, but allow for us to have changes in the type of units that we're working with. For example, we know that 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. So if we wanted to convert a measurement of weight, we may have to use the conversion factor 16 ounces over 1 pound. That's an acceptable conversion factor to use because 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound, making that fraction equal to 1. The process by which we change from one unit to another is called dimensional analysis. Here are your steps to dimensional analysis. You should always start by putting whatever initial units you are given in the problem over 1. Then, use your conversions that you know and conversions that you don't know to figure out the best way to get from one measure to the next. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together. Then, set up conversion factors to get from one measure to another. After that, cross out any units that are diagonal from each other. The only unit in the end that should not be crossed out is the unit that you are eventually trying to get to. Finally, multiply across the top and bottom of all fractions and simplify your final answer. Let's take a look at some examples. Let's do this one together. Convert 99 feet into yards. My initial units are right here with the 99 feet. So I take 99 feet and I put it over 1. In looking at my conversion factors and knowing what I know, there is a direct conversion from feet to yards. I now am going to multiply this first fraction, 99 feet over 1, by putting 1 yard over 3 feet. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet, so I can easily make this conversion factor. Notice that I put the feet on the bottom so that I can cross-cancel my units as such. I am in my desired unit of measure. Yards is right here. I no longer need any other conversion factors. I now will multiply across the top and bottom to get 99 over 3. I'll simplify that into 33 and leave my final unit of measure, which is yards. Here's a much more complicated example. Convert 48 cups into gallons. Pause the video at this point to give yourself a chance to try it on your own. So I'm going to start with my initial units, which is 48 cups. I put that over 1. There is no direct conversion unless you know of one from cups to gallons. However, there is a conversion from cups to pints. I know that there are 2 cups in 1 pint. So I set up this conversion factor. There is no direct conversion from pints to gallons, and if you know one, you're welcome to use it. But I can convert from pints to quarts. There are 2 pints in 1 quart. There is a direct conversion from quarts to gallons. I know that there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. I'm in my desired unit of measure at the end. I can cross-cancel all the way through with my units. Now, I need to multiply across the top and bottom, and I have 48 times 1 times 1 times 1, which is 48. 2 times 2 is 4, times 4 is 16. 48 over 16 simplifies to 3. So my final answer is 3 gallons. If you have any issue with any portion of this lesson, please make sure you are emailing me or consulting me in class.